So today I'll be talking about complex PTSD. I'm doing a persuasive presentation, and what I'm going to be focusing on is what is emotional flashbacks and the 4 steps of managing emotional flashbacks. Okay, so my first one is, why is it important to know what is CPSD and steps to help someone cope? In society, there are individuals that don't understand the nature of complex PTSD and how to identify someone suffering from this type of condition. Knowing the sign of someone suffering from emotional flashbacks and some steps is a helpful way to help a person manage complex PTSD. Knowing what is CPTSD and how to manage the emotional flashbacks, you are helping the individual and gaining their trust and respect. By gaining the respect, the person will most likely allow you to steer them in the right direction, either by seeking help or following the steps. Now, first of all, I am going to explain what emotional flashback is. Emotional flashbacks are the most noticeable characteristics feature of CPTSD. Emotional flashbacks are more painful to survivors of traumatizing abandonment, are extremely susceptible to painful emotional flashbacks. Emotional flashbacks, especially in human beings or individuals who have suffered abuse or abandonment as a child, will suffer overwhelming feelings such as shame, alienation, rage, grief, depression. Flashbacks can last for moments to weeks on end that develop into regression. Okay, so now I'm going to go over the 4 steps of flashbacks. There are 13 steps that can help you cope with flashbacks, but what I'm focusing on, what I feel are the most important 4 steps that can help that you can help someone manage emotional flashbacks regarding to CPTSD. So first of all, the first 4 that I would say will help out is saying to yourself, "I am having a flashback." Remind yourself, "I feel afraid, but I'm not in danger." Speak reassuringly to the inner child. Allow yourself to grieve. So, we're going to go into talking about what is saying to yourself, "I am having a flashback." Okay, say to yourself, "I am having a flashback." Flashback take us to a timeless part of the psyche that feels as helpless, hopeless, and surrounded by danger as we were in childhood. The feelings and sensation you are experiencing are most memorable that cannot hurt you now. So, in regards to saying I'm having a flashback, so people with CPSD, when they're under stress, they get these emotions as when they were hurt as a child. So they feel like it's happening now into what's going on now. But they have to remember that they are safe. Nothing is happening to them now. They gotta remember there's just an emotion connected to what happened in the past. Therefore, it's what we're calling it a flashback. Okay, my next title is going to be "Remind Yourself, I feel afraid, but I'm not in danger. I am safe now, here and present." Remember, you are now in the safety of the present, far from the danger of the past. So, once again, with this, people feel that suffer from complex PTSD that they feel afraid when they're under stress, or they have flashbacks of something that triggers or what happened to them as a child, that child or adult as made them felt through that trauma. So it's mostly a dramatic experience, and there's certain things that trigger it. So then they have those emotions that "I feel afraid," but they gotta remember they're not in danger. That's something happened in the past. That's not something that's happening now. Okay, speaking reassuringly to the inner child. The child needs to know that you love him or her unconditionally, that she can come to you for comfort and protection when she feels lost and scared. The next one and final is allow yourself to grieve. Allowing yourself to grieve are opportunities to release old, unexperienced feelings or fear, hurt, and abandonment. Validate and soothe your child's past experience to helplessness and hopelessness. Healthy grieving can turn your tears into self compassion and your anger into self protection. And finally, is my conclusion. My conclusion is remember, CPSD is a form of disorder that's created by a traumatic experience, mostly during childhood, that will put individuals in a traumatized state. In adult, many individuals don't understand the emotion side and bury the experience. It is the inner child that is lost, hurt, and had not forgotten the experience. Knowing how to deal with someone suffering from the emotional aspect of cptsd is helpful to the person in need. At the same time, you will gain their trust and respect and allow the person not to feel alone, supporting them in the greatest respect they could ask for. Thank you for listening to my speech, and I hope this will persuade you to learn some steps to help someone cope. Thank you.